Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So here we're looking at PeaceMaker Episode 4, The Chode Less Travel. Before I go into it, please make sure you like this video if you guys have been enjoying it. Please make sure subscribe if you're new. Really quick video on just my thoughts on Episode 4. So I thought this episode was great. I'm just going to say so right off the bat, this is probably my favorite episode so far. One of the big things I loved in the very beginning was that conversation he had with the old man, his father's old man neighbor. And the old man sort of questioning him why he doesn't have like a plethora of villains that he fights. References Batman, and PeaceMaker has an argument with him saying that, talks about all the things that we sometimes talk about as fans with Batman. That like, why doesn't he kill? And, PeaceMaker calls him like a bitch for not killing him. Like, how many lives has Batman, sacrificed because he couldn't, pull the trigger on a villain and because they always break out, right? Such a funny argument. I love that. And it really improved the episode for me. One of the big things in episode 2 is the dynamic between PeaceMaker and his father. He's supposed to take down his father, but he doesn't want to because, it's his father and he still loves him. He still probably believes that there's still good in him. We also got a little tidbit of information referencing the father and what he used to be back in the day, I guess, when he was younger. He used to be the White Dragon, which was like this white supremacist supervillain. And, that's probably what the group he was leading was in prison, right? He was probably the White Dragon at the time. He had his group around him. They all looked up to him. And now I guess that group is still around, but he doesn't don the costume anymore. And I think we will see him in that costume again, maybe by the end. The show is definitely leading us to John Cena having, not John Cena, PeaceMaker, having some sort of redemption arc where he does arrest his father, or maybe even murder him, maybe towards the end of this season. After this, we also see the little green munchkin dude escape. PeaceMaker catches up to him. They have a cool fight. Again, I love how this show has good fight choreography, and it's something that I enjoy watching for a show. This has great choreography. And right before he gets shot by Waller's daughter, Danielle Brooks' character, he says something along the lines of, the butterflies aren't what you think. He's about to say more and then he gets shot. So right away I thought, is she like hiding something? Like, does she know more than she lets on? Because why would she shoot him right before he's about to say something? I thought, usually when that happens, that person that shot that person wants them to stop talking, doesn't want them to say anything else before they reveal too much. But looking back at the scene, I feel like she's more innocent in this, and she was just trying to save PeaceMaker, and that was what she was trying to do, because last time she didn't pull the trigger on the guy in last episode. So this time she wanted to do it. She kills him. But it just made me think, like, does she know more than what she's letting on? And then again, with PeaceMaker and his father, we learn that there are some mysterious circumstances surrounding PeaceMaker's brother. And how, he died and PeaceMaker was involved in some way. We know that the father trained up PeaceMaker when he was a young age. This was some of my favorite moments of the show. Watching, PeaceMaker's father train him. Peacemaker being forced to kill that dude. It just sort of shows you that Peacemaker didn't choose this life. He didn't choose to be, a bad guy or have racist or sexist tendencies. Like, all this was sort of, pushed onto him from his father. And this show sort of shows that he's not really like that. Like, he is what he is based on how his father raised him. And he's still trying to figure out, like, who he wants to be, like, what is right, what is wrong. And I think by the end of this season, we'll see him, come full circle and realize, I'm a good guy. This is how I'm supposed to act. And I'm also excited to learn more about that brother, because as we saw with his death, it seemed like he had like a seizure or something, right? He was foaming at the mouth. But we didn't see like why he was having that seizure, like what caused it, anything surrounding that. We just see John Cena sort of like crying at the picture, which was another like a really emotional scene from John Cena. And actually, like, that whole ending was very well paced, cutting from different scenes. John Cena dancing, well paced, well edited, it looked really nice. And but yeah, with that brother, like, we don't know like what caused that. And since we know that PeaceMaker did have a hand to play in his death, I'm guessing that PeaceMaker, something he did or something maybe he put in his food or drink or something like that, caused that seizure for his brother. And then at the end, we see Vigilante. He gets, I think the team puts bail out for him, right? I think they get him out somehow. The guard says, you have friends in high places. And the group gets him out. Vigilante thinks that he caused more harm than he did good. And at the very end, we see the main head of the group. He has butterflies in him too, as we see him like suck. But I don't know, is it a tongue or like a mouth, like alien? Like, I don't know what's going on, but he eats the cereal and it looks like he has butterflies in him too. And I wonder like how long he's had that in him, like if it's been for the whole time, if he's been like a mole in this for the, the whole entire thing, or if he just got it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the episode because there's definitely hints at like them telling us that something's wrong with him throughout this episode. But I didn't really catch on to it until the very end. So my rating for this episode is a 3.9 out of 5. This is my favorite so far. The first one used to be my favorite. I give it one at 3.8. But I love this episode. It continues to be funny. All the stuff with the father and the son, I love that. The ending is crazy. It just continues to keep that vibe that we like while also progressing the story and progressing the characters in a lot of way. And then with crazy endings like that, I think it just creates a really well-made episode. And so I've really been enjoying it. I think it's pretty great so far. I'm liking it a lot more than some other shows on right now. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. Let me know down below. What did you guys think this episode was your favorite? What did you guys think? Make sure to like this video if you guys have been enjoying it. Please make sure to subscribe if you're new. I will see you on the next video. Have a great rest of the day.